Indian Army retaliates using artillery guns to target terrorist camps inside POK opposite Tangdhar sector, causes heavy damage and casualties on the enemy side. Attacks in response to Pakistan Army support to push terrorists into the Indian side. All preparations in place as Haryana and Maharashtra gear up for assembly polls tomorrow. By polls also to take place for 2 Lok Sabha constituencies and 51 assembly seats across 17 states. Counting of votes on 24th October. President Ram Nath Kovind addresses Indian community at Manila and unveils bust of Mahatma Gandhi, says Mahatma belongs to all peoples, all cultures and all societies. In UK, PM Boris Johnson sends letter requesting EU for a delay to Brexit but without his signature. After losing historic vote in Parliament on Brexit, Johnson declared that he will not be seeking delay to 31st October Brexit deadline. And in sports, on day 2 of the 3rd and final test at Ranchi against South Africa, India declares its first innings at 497 for 9. Rohit Sharma hits 212, Ajinkya Rahane 115 and Ravindra Jadeja 51. George Linde picks up 4 wickets and Rabada 3. Visitors lose early wickets. Good afternoon, I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. The Indian Army today launched attacks on terrorist camps situated inside Pakistan-occupied Kashmir or POK opposite Tangdhar sector. This is in retaliation to the support provided by the Pakistan Army to push terrorists into the Indian territory. The Indian Army used artillery guns to target the terrorist camps which have been actively trying to push terrorists into the Indian territories. Few launch pads in Neelam Valley have been targeted or destroyed and also some fatalities have been reported. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh spoke with the Army Chief General Bipin Rawat over the situation following the ceasefire violation by the Pakistani Army today in J&K's Tangdhar sector. Defence Minister is personally monitoring the situation and has asked the Army Chief to keep updating him. There have been reportedly 5 casualties on Pakistan Army side. Reports say terrorist launch pads in POK's Jura, Atmakam and Kundal Sahib were targeted by the Indian Army artillery guns after credible inputs came of significant number of terrorists operating there. Earlier in Jammu and Kashmir, 2 Jawans were martyred and a civilian killed in ceasefire violation by Pakistan early morning today. 3 others were injured in the unprovoked firing. The incident took place in Tangdhar sector of Kupwara. 2 houses were also damaged in the incident. The army said they retaliated strongly to the unprovoked firing. There is also cross-border firing along the international border in Katwa. And for more updates, my colleague Nandita Dagar is joining us now on phone line. Nandita, what is the latest that you can share with us on the operation undertaken by the Indian Army?
Yes, good afternoon. As per the Army's internal assessment and the intercepts that they have, phone intercepts that they have got and the chatter which they have picked up, 5 Pakistani soldiers, according to them, have been killed in our counter-terrorist and retaliatory artillery fire. And as I told you earlier also in my talk with you in the earlier bulletin, that 105 mm artillery guns, which are pretty heavy caliber guns, were used by the army, and this was all in retaliation to Pakistan's indiscriminate and unprovoked firing which was carried out in Tangdhar and on our village where there were civilian casualties also. And apart from that, there was two of our soldiers got martyred, and that is why the Indian Army in a statement also today said that Indian Army will not retaliate, will not carry out firing until and unless it is fired upon, and it had to take a retaliatory action. We've spoken to some people, people in the Northern Command who say that this low-grade firing is was an attempt by the Pakistani Army to get terrorists infiltrated into the valley, and this is a pattern which is observed every year near Diwali, Holi and international cricket matches or hockey matches between India and Pakistan. So this is something that they have been doing for the past 3 to 4 years, and the Indian Army has said that this will send a strong signal or will send a strong message to Pakistan that their strategy of using a low-grade proxy war will not just not yield returns, but will also hurt them or cause them pain, because these terrorist camps that I told you in the places of Jura, Azhukam and Kundal Sahi, which are in POK, and they were targeted after, and these are launch pads. They are not training camps, but they are launch pads where these soldiers were equipping these terrorists and showing them routes to infiltrate or to cross over the LOC. They were targeted.
All right, then, Anita. Thanks very much for joining us with those inputs. There was a little audio issue while we were listening to you. We'll connect with you again to get more updates. Meanwhile, defense expert P.K. Sehgal has justified the action of the Indian Army in response to the ceasefire violation by Pakistan, saying it was quite necessary, while adding that the Army has reacted very visually and strongly to the violation.
पाकिस्तान हर दिन बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर सीज़फायर वायलेशन कर रहा है, कम से कम 10 से 12। कल भी उन्होंने एक सीज़फायर वायलेशन की कोशिश की तंगधार में, जिसमें जो अनप्रोवोक्ड फायरिंग थी पाकिस्तान की तरफ से घुसपैठियों को दाखिल करने की, उसमें हमारे 2 जवान मारे गए और 2 सिविलियन मारे गए। जवाबी कार्रवाई इतनी ज़बरदस्त होनी चाहिए कि पाकिस्तान अगली बारी 10 बारी सोचे हमारे ऊपर हमला करने के लिए। तंगधार के सामने जहाँ से हमला हुआ है, उनको हमने आर्टिलरी का इस्तेमाल करते हुए बर्बाद कर दिया। ये हमारा हक था, राइट ऑफ सेल्फ डिफेंस हमको एक्सरसाइज करना था। सरकार ने साफ तौर पे कहा है 0 टॉलरेंस फॉर टेररिज्म। अगर हमारे देश में कुछ भी हादसा हुआ या हमारे लोग मारे गए तो जवाबी कार्रवाई बड़ी सख्त होगी और बड़ी पनिशिंग होगी।
Some news now from the poll-bound states of Maharashtra and Haryana. All preparations are in place for the assembly elections in Maharashtra and Haryana tomorrow. The high-voltage campaigning in both the states ended last evening. In Maharashtra, a total of 288 constituencies will go for election on Monday. By the size of electorate, Wardha is the smallest constituency and Panvel is the largest. Among 3,237 candidates in the race, there are a total of 235 female candidates. Bahujan Samaj Party (BSP) is fielding maximum number of 262 candidates in the state, while 1,400 independents are also contesting the polls. It will be for the first time that voter verifiable paper audit trail or VVPAT will be used in elections in Maharashtra. And elections will also be held in 90 constituencies in Haryana on Monday. By size of electorates, Narnaul is the smallest and Badshapur is the largest constituency in the state. A total of 1,169 candidates are trying their luck, of which 104 are female candidates. Electioneering for by-polls in 2 Lok Sabha constituencies and 51 assembly seats across 17 states also came to an end. By-polls will be held in Samastipur Lok Sabha seat in Bihar and Satara Lok Sabha seat in Maharashtra. Assembly constituencies for which by-polls will be held are 11 seats of Uttar Pradesh, 6 of Gujarat, 5 seats each in Kerala and Bihar, 3 in Sikkim, 4 each of Punjab and Assam, 2 each of Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan and Himachal Pradesh, and 1 seat each in Odisha, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Meghalaya, Puducherry and Arunachal Pradesh. Polling in Haryana and Maharashtra by-polls for 2 Lok Sabha constituencies and 51 assembly seats will take place on Monday. Counting will be taken up on the 24th of this month. And those are the figures of the assembly by-polls that will take place across the states. The election is scheduled for Monday and the results will be declared on the 24th of October. Some other news now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday interacted with members of creative and entertainment world on ways to mark 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. The interaction was held at his residence, Lok Kalyan Marg in New Delhi. Addressing the gathering, Prime Minister said that Gandhiji is synonymous with simplicity. His thoughts reverberate far and wide. PM also said that power of creativity is immense and it is essential to harness the spirit of creativity for a nation. He hailed the efforts of people from the world of films and television in popularizing the ideals of Mahatma Gandhi. Prime Minister shared with eminent film personalities that their work has reached all corners of the world. He said he would be happy to help in any way to ensure maximum impact of their creative initiatives. President Ramnath Kovind today unveiled the bust of Mahatma Gandhi in Philippines, marking the 150th birth anniversary of Father of the Nation, and hoped that future generations would be inspired from his legacy of compassion, truth and ethics. President Kovind took part in the event at the Center for Peace Education in Miriam College in Manila, Philippines, during the 5-day visit to the Southeast Asian nation. Addressing the gathering, President Kovind said that he was touched to hear the rendition of Mahatma Gandhi's favorite hymn, Vaishnava Jan To Tene Kahiye, by famous Filipino singer Grace Nono. Emphasizing the importance of the bhajan, President Kovind said the bhajan describes humanity and empathy. Following its learnings, the world would become a better place.
I was also touched to hear the rendition of Mahatma Gandhi's favorite hymn, Vaishnava Jan To Tene Kahiye, by the famous Filipino singer Grace Nono. This year, the hymn was sung in over 150 countries as a fitting tribute to a man who embraced entire humanity as one indivisible family. The hymn describes a good human being as one who reaches out to those in pain and suffering. Indeed, the world would be a much better place if only we had such empathy for each other. This bust of Mahatma Gandhi is a gift from the people of India to you.
And earlier, President attended the Indian community reception in Manila, where he was welcomed with vibrant cultural performances. Addressing the gathering, President Kovind said his visit marks the important occasion of celebrations of 70 years of diplomatic ties between the two nations. President assured the Indian community of further boosting bilateral ties between the two countries. He also lauded the Indian community for working immensely to reinforce the culture of India through its languages and traditions.
India is today the land of many opportunities and many possibilities. We are committed to transform India, to unleash the energy of our youth, to build next generation infrastructure and to eradicate extreme poverty in not so distant future. India is today one of the fastest growing major economies. Our target is to become a 5 trillion economy by 2025. Call upon you to avail of the opportunities that India today offers for innovation, investment, research and education.
The President also called upon the Indian community to contribute in making India a $5 trillion economy. He said India is a land of opportunities and possibilities. He asked people to unleash the potential of youth in innovation, creating a social sector that could be used in eradicating poverty.
India is today the land of many opportunities and many possibilities. We are committed to transform India, to unleash the energy of our youth, to build next generation infrastructure and to eradicate extreme poverty in not so distant future. India is today one of the fastest growing major economies. Our target is to become a 5 trillion economy by 2025. Call upon you to avail of the opportunities that India today offers for innovation, investment, research and education.
As the Kashmir Valley is heading towards a long winter season and the temperature drop gradually, the harvesting of crops also concludes. Kashmiri apples are now available in the markets. As per the central government order to procure apples, it is buying apples directly from the growers in Kashmir through NAFED. Our correspondent Vishal Barasto took stock of this recent scheme by the centre.
I am here at the Kulgam Fruit Mandi. As you can see, the procurement process of the apples is on, and the NAFED officials, they are grading the apples, they are testing the apples on different parameters. It is quite a secured environment, and full security is being provided to the grower so that it can come safely and sell its product. And the process is on. 5 centers have been established throughout the state: Shopia, Srinagar, Sopore, Anantnag, and this one in Kulgam. And as you can see, these boxes, they have been brought by the growers. They have all been sold, and as you can see, they all have their slips. And with the slips, you can identify, like this one, this is a B grade apple, and this has been purchased by NAFED, and soon it would be sent to Delhi, and from there on you can have them in your homes.
I appreciate the government. मुझे लगता है कि ये अच्छी स्कीम है. इससे हमें किसान और ग्रोवर को यहाँ पे अच्छा फायदा मिलेगा. अगर हम यहाँ पे माल अपना लाएंगे, मुझे लगता है कि हमारा माल जो है वो ज़्यादा बी ग्रेड और ए ग्रेड में है इस कुलगाम में, तो अच्छा रेट मिलेगा सर.
नेफेड है और भी लोग हैं, मार्केटिंग एंड प्लानिंग है, एनएचबी है, जेकेएचएमपी है और सारे कमेटी है पूरे इस ग्रेडिंग के लिए.
किन पैरामीटर्स पर जांच होती है?
जो पैरामीटर जो कमेटी बनाई गई है, जो स्पेसिफिकेशन है गवर्नमेंट द्वारा 4 पैरामीटर है, उस पे हम लोग
स्पेसिफिकेशन बता सकते हैं, जैसे दाग नहीं होना चाहिए,
दाग स्कैब नहीं होना चाहिए और कोई वो जख्म नहीं होना चाहिए, और एक ग्रेडिंग जो है ना एक साइज में होनी चाहिए. जैसे छोटे साइज को हम इन्होंने जो बताया ए ग्रेड है, ये ए ग्रेड में आता नहीं है.
So you heard the growers, you heard the NAFED officials, and you can see that the scheme is quite successful. All these boxes in 2 days, 3,000 boxes have been purchased by NAFED, and it is going on very smoothly, very safely, and quite securely. With cameraman SP Dubey from Kulgam, this is Vishal Baristo, DD News.
The International Monetary Fund on Saturday underscored the need to resolve the existing trade tensions and also supported reforms of the World Trade Organization to improve its functioning. Free, fair and mutually beneficial goods and services trade and investment are key engines for growth and job creation, IMF said in a communique issued at the conclusion of the annual meeting of the fund and the World Bank in Washington. The IMF said it will cooperate to reduce excessive global imbalances through macroeconomic and structural policies that support sustainable global growth, stressing on the importance of timely, full and consistent implementation and finalization of the financial sector reform agenda as soon as possible. The fund underscored the ongoing evaluation of the effects of these reforms. IMF said it is working towards a modern and globally fair international tax system, particularly taxation related to digitization, and will address harmful tax competition, artificial profit shifting and other tax challenges. IMF said it will continue to work together to enhance debt transparency and sustainable financing practices by both debtors and creditors, public and private, and strengthen creditor coordination in the debt restructuring situation, drawing on the existing fora. Now some entertainment news. The 50th International Film Festival of India today announced the films in debut competition section of the festival. The festival, that has been the launch pad to several filmmakers, aims at bringing the best first-time filmmakers of the year in this section. More details in this report. With trail of gracious films across the globe, International Film Festival of India has announced the films in debut competition section. The debut film competition section is marked to honor the best first-time filmmakers of the year. Filmmakers who are able to produce feature film that reflects a new paradigm in motion pictures in terms of aesthetics, technique or technological innovation will be awarded with a silver peacock, a certificate and a cash prize of rupees 10 lakhs. The films that would be competing in the debut section genre are Algerian film Abu Lila, directed by Amin Sidi Bomendin, Korean film Romang by Lee Chang-yoon, Romanian film Monsters by Marius Altanu, US film My Name is Sarah by Stephen Orrit, female filmmaker Eva Cool's Cleo are the films which made it to debut competitions this year. In this race for Best Debut Film, India also marked its presence by the entry of 2 films in the competition. Abhishek Shah's National Award-winning film Helaro and Malayalam film Uare by Manu Ashokun are competing in this sector in the 50th International Film Festival. The festival aims at providing a common platform for cinemas of the world to project excellence in film art, contributing to understanding and appreciation of film cultures of different nations in the context of their social and cultural ethos, and promoting friendship and cooperation among the peoples of the world. Bureau Report, DD India. European Union leaders were considering a request by Prime Minister Boris Johnson of UK to delay Britain's departure from the bloc, which he was forced to make after MPs refused to back his Brexit deal. Johnson had pinned his premiership on getting Britain out of European Union on October 31st, more than 3 years after 2016 referendum vote for Brexit. But the House of Commons on Saturday refused to support a divorce deal. He stuck with Brussels last week, triggering a law demanding he asked to delay Brexit to avoid the risk of damaging no-deal exit. The Conservative leader duly sent a letter to European Council President Donald Tusk asking for the required 3-month delay, but did not sign it. He sent a second letter signed, warning that a further extension would damage the interest of the UK and our EU partners. Some cricket news, and in that update, India has declared the innings at 497, and the visitors are already in trouble. They've lost early wickets. We'll be getting more updates on that in our subsequent bulletins. On day 2 of the third and final test at Ranchi against South Africa, India declared the first innings at 497 for 9. Rohit Sharma hit 212, Ajinkya Rahane 115, Ravindra Jadeja 51, George Lynn picked up 4 wickets and Rabada 3. And with that, we conclude this bulletin. Namaskar.